Hello again. We're out here in the forest again to try to give the building a bushcraft shelter another shot because, well, maybe you watched my first attempt. If you haven't, you can go watch it after this, but the first time did not go that well. Mainly because of two reasons as I see it. One being a little strapped for time. It took way longer than I thought it would. And the second being the spot that I chose was just empty of material. The forest was, very new and not a lot of material on the ground, which is a prerequisite for me being able to try and do this because, yeah, I can't cut down trees and stuff because I don't own the forest, so I have to use things that are already on the ground. So that's why I have now chosen another spot that I believe has a lot of materials because the landowner has been here and taken down some small trees and stuff that's now just laying on the ground. Now the first order of business for us is to pick a spot where we're gonna put up the shelter. I mean, it's not like it's gonna be a permanent structure of any means. Either I'll tear it down immediately or it's just gonna, it's gonna fall apart, especially when the snow comes. But we're gonna have to pick a spot where we're gonna build this thing and try this today. And then we have this little forest lake here, which is just insanely beautiful, but the ground here is just so wet when it gets really wet and boggy even when you're not that close. So we have to walk a bit further up and see what we see, or see if we can find higher or at least drier ground. Alright, so I feel like we have two options here. Either we go into the forest here where it's kind of dense, it's really, really nice forest, or we go up here where there is a little, not a mountain, it's a hill, a little race, a little more higher ground. The thing with going uphill is that it's going to be kind of a lot of rocks. At least down here the ground is filled with moss, which is soft. And that's nice. Yeah, let's look around down here. Also, all the materials are basically down here. It's a little bit up here. And since I am now almost 30 weeks pregnant, not having to haul materials a long way would help me a lot to keep this little adventure, this little learning experience as soft as I want it to be. I don't want it to be me, straining myself or just pushing myself too hard. It's something soft and fun to do, for my soul and for my brain to be outside. So let's keep it soft and simple, okay? is a bit difficult to decide at this time of year, since it's like mid-November, so the ground is frozen, which makes more of this ground eligible because it doesn't feel as wet. But this is a forest that I visit kind of frequently, so I know that, well, as I said, I don't think this shelter will last the winter, but if it does, it would be fun to come here like in the spring. But then this ground is going to be real wet, so we have to keep that in mind. Wow, this is beautiful. I did not know this was here. Man, this would be such a nice spot. I mean, and right now I know I just said that I have to keep in mind that it's gonna be too wet and everything, but now when I just saw this, I'm like, imagine to have like a little shelter somewhere here. And this little, pond or puddle. Maybe we should just, screw practicalities and just choose this because it looks nice. It sparks something, sparks joy. Yeah, I know. I should really try and craft like some protection for this, because it doesn't really feel very safe to walk around with it just on my backpack without anything on it. Also, it gets dull. So maybe when I'm too pregnant to be outside a lot, I should look up how to craft my own axe protection thing. That would be fun. But now let's go find some materials. Moose tracks. Don't know if the camera... Do you see the moose tracks? I don't know if the camera can show them really well, but... I just realized that I haven't really decided what design I'm gonna go for. But I think I'm gonna try and go for the same, or at least similar to the first one I tried, just to see if I can actually get it right now when I have way more material. And then we can expand this mansion later on. Or at least expand our skills. You know, doing things like this, it's really like tapping into like my younger self, like to your inner child, I guess. Because, you know, building shelters or little huts like this, I did this so much with my friends when I was a kid. And it was so much fun, you know, hours and hours and hours can just roll by. And it was so much fun. So much like problem solving and creativity and being outside, of course. And you know, sometimes when I think about it now, I'm like, I can be so harsh on myself and just be like, you know, you're an adult. You're a grown-ass woman. Are you really gonna be doing this? Are you gonna be out in the forest building a little hut? A little crappy shack? Is that how you're gonna spend your time? You should be doing... And then, you know, the coulda, woulda, shoulda comes in. And I would be like, you know, you should do more adult stuff. Spend your time doing that. But this is so fun. And I think we need fun in our lives. You should just feel the smell of this. Oh, spruce. Oof. The smell is just wonderful. And the sun is starting to come up over there. Like, circling back to what I said earlier, why choose to do only adult stuff when you can also be an adult and choose to do this? At least some of the time, you know? I do think we have the basic structure for it there, but I realize already that I think it was a mistake cutting off all the branches. I think it would have been clever, time saving and energy saving to just take them off like on one side and have them still be there on the outside. Also to be able to put some of these material that I was thinking to put around it, to actually have it be a shelter and not like last time. I'm gonna go look around to see if I can find, I need some more poles to make it like a bit sturdy. But at least this this was at least a good idea, to leave the top, because it was way easier to get them to, well, stay like this.